Have you ever felt like you're the volume in a house set to a whisper? I was that volume. With my questions, my desire to live not by their script, my wrong choice of university, friends, hair color ... The last straw was a guy. No, not a bad one, just ... not from their circle. Not promising, the evening talk turned into a trial. The verdict: you are our biggest disappointment, as long as you live under our roof. You will live by our rules. My father's silence was worse than a scream, it was a sentence. That same night, at 2, when the whole house breathed the sleep of the righteous, I tiptoed out of my old life. In my backpack, a passport, money, a phone. The feeling, as if I had torn out a part of my own soul by the roots and left it bleeding on the hallway carpet. I lived on the very edge of the city, where asphalt yields. To the field, to get to the highway where people hitchhike, I had to walk half a kilometre along an old tree belt. The night wasn't just dark, it was ... thick, soundless, as if someone had turned off all the world's background noise. Even my footsteps on the gravel seemed blasphemously loud. And that's when I first felt it, not saw it. Precisely felt it with my back. I was being watched. The gaze was heavy, clingy, like tar. I turned around. At the edge of the woods, 20 metres away, stood a figure, tall, inhumanly thin. It wasn't hiding, it was just observing. I froze, my brain feverishly reasoning. A bum. Mania, a hallucination. And then it made a movement. Not a step, a sharp, angular bow, as if it had no joints. As if it had been jerked by invisible strings. An icy sweat ran down my back. I didn't run. I bolted, headlong, not feeling my legs, until I crashed into the light of a street lamp at the bus stop. I thought I had broken away, rented a room in an old house on the outskirts of a new city. The first days, the euphoria of freedom, until the ... inconsistencies began. I saw its reflection in the dark window of a minibus. It was standing by the roadside, its head turned, following the movement. I heard clear, measured footsteps in the absolutely empty apartment above. The landlady swore no one had lived there for 6 months. I checked, a layer of dust on the door, but the footsteps were there. And then came the knock, not on the door, thank God, on the wall. Precisely at 3:33 a.m. 3 times. 1, 2, 3, metallic, sharp, as if with knuckles on a pipe, every night. I didn't sleep. I became a paranoid, looked for drafts, listened to pipes, thought about insane neighbours. Reason clung to logic like a drowning man to a straw. Until that morning, when I saw on the windowsill, on the inside of the glass, a clear, fogged-up imprint. The imprint of a long, unnaturally elongated palm, with thin fingers, as if someone had been watching me from outside for a very long time, pressing their hand against the glass. In a room on the 5th floor, logic surrendered. Pure, undiluted horror began. I broke. One of those endless nights. After another triumphant knock knock knock, something clicked inside me. Not a scream, silence. I walked up to that wall, pressed my forehead against it. A whisper escaped on its own. What do you want? What did I do to you? And ... I was answered. The voice wasn't from outside. It sounded inside my skull, like my own thought. But alien, it creaked like dry branches and rustled like ash. Nothing. You did it all yourself. You chose the void. You called for the silence. I am what filled it. I am the echo of your loneliness. You tore out their voices, their rules, their love from yourself. And the resulting void ... I noticed. The quieter you are inside, the louder I am outside. I am not a monster from the woods. I am your resentment, your rage. You're never and out of spite. You molded me, and now you're afraid. At that moment, fear was replaced by a strange, chilling calm. It was the truth. I had created this guardian of my new boundaries. I myself had summoned this genie from the bottle of my escape. You don't wage war against a part of yourself you've excised. You negotiate with it. I got up, went to the kitchen, poured 2 glasses of water, placed one on the floor by that wall, sat opposite it, cross-legged. All right, I said out loud, I acknowledge. You are part of this new, lonely universe of mine. You are my keeper. That means I am your keeper. We changed the rules. No more 3 knocks. 1. So I know you're on duty. That's all. I took a sip from my glass, placed it next to hers. The night passed. At 3:33, 1 knock sounded. Clear, unequivocal, I sighed. Agreed. Now it's our ritual. 1 knock. I drink water. Sometimes I say, I'm here, and we exist in parallel. I'm no longer afraid of the darkness outside the window. I realized the darkest darkness is not born outside. It seeps from within when you renounce love. But if it has come ... you can negotiate with it. The main thing is to speak first.